What's good, family? What's good, boy? It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. Everybody out there healthy. I'm saying I want to get into this about this last dance in these comments from Horace Grant. Um, what he had to say, to be honest, my take is very simple. I think he has a right to defend himself, whether he was the leak or not. But I think people got to understand something, that what Jordan said wasn't just his opinion. And I say that I wasn't there, of course. I lived through the era. But of course I was not there. It was more than just his opinion. It was a widely regarded opinion. A lot of people had this said opinion. So it's not like he just talking out completely out of his ass. I think what really got to Horace Grant being called this is the fact that he's being called this outside of the locker room. Because I have a hard time believing that other teammates didn't share this sentiment, because it seemed like when you hear these old sports reporters, they all saying like, yo, we all thought it was Horace Grant. We all said it was Horace. So with that being said, I have a hard time believing other teammates didn't actually say something to Horace, like, Horace, did you say this? Did you say that? So it's one thing for these conversations to happen in the locker room. It's another thing for in a documentary many years later for MJ to just flat out, yeah, it was Horace. You know what I'm saying? Like, then you're gonna feel some type of way about that. And I can't really knock him for that. But I just want people to understand that this is something that wasn't just something Michael believed. This is something that a lot of people believed. A lot of people. And Horace basically, out of anger, said it could have been MJ. The book was about MJ. MJ, shit that MJ wouldn't want out about himself. I have a very fucking hard time believing that a bunch of shit that MJ did not want put out there about himself, that he would be the leak to that. That just does not sound intelligent. Secondly, him going to the bat for Scottie Pippen. I don't want to hear shit about Scottie, and I'm going to tell you why I don't want to hear shit about Scottie. People saying, oh, Michael shouldn't have said that Scottie was selfish. When you know the nigga and you fuck with the nigga, you know how the nigga moving. I'm going to say this again for a fact. When you know the nigga and you fuck with the nigga, you know how the nigga moving. The world don't know, but you know how the nigga moving. You his teammate. You number one and he's your number two. You Batman, he Robin. You know how that nigga moving. Now, why is this important? Jordan knew then, I fully believe Jordan knew then what Scottie was doing. What Scottie basically admitted on fucking camera in the documentary. He didn't want to fuck his summer up. So he did that shit purposely. I believe Jordan knew that shit then. And felt some kind of fucking way about that. And I can't knock MJ for that. He knew that shit then. See, it's one thing for Jordan to say that, and then Scottie, Jordan to say that, seeing it from the outside looking in, and then Scottie in the documentary gives some other kind of excuse. And say, oh, I couldn't get the surgery to list because of XYZ. No, Scottie said flat out, no, I didn't get the surgery till this time because I didn't want to fuck my son up. So those assertions that MJ is thinking, probably then and still feels the same way now, Scottie confirms. So I don't want to hear shit. Any kind of half-ass defense of Scottie Pippen on there. I don't want to hear no half-ass defense of Scottie Pippen when he quit. It's called a spade a spade. The motherfucker quit. Now, nobody's saying Scottie did not have a right to feel some kind of way. Because it was shown in the documentary the way they was going at Tony Kukoc when they were on the Dream Team. So you can't say they didn't tell the other side. They told the other side. Scottie had every right to feel some kind of way. A, you bringing a nigga in who plays my position, who he's a better shooter but is not as good as me, paying him more money than me, and now MJ in here, I've been the number two guy for 3 championships. He comes here and now he's getting the last shot. He has a right to be upset. But what you don't do is quit. you don't quit. Number one rule in sports, you don't quit. No matter what, you don't quit. And guess what? He did that. He did that. Scottie Pippen did that shit. This is not something that's open to interpretation. He literally did that. Then you got when he hurt his back in the game 6. They didn't portray him bad in there. They didn't portray him bad in that at all. They show him going to the back, getting treatment. They show him doing what he got to do to get back out on the court. They showed all that and did not bash him for getting hurt. So how did that portray him badly? And lastly, about the contract, I mean, I just have a hard time defending grown men with no accountability. That's just me personally. That's just a personal thing for me. When the owner who is paying the contract that you're going to sign is telling you to your face, this is a bad contract, and you still sign it, I don't want to hear it. Now, in hindsight, I think they should have took care of Scottie. He deserved it. More than deserved it. One second. I think he deserved it more than deserved it, but when the motherfucker who is paying your contract is telling you that this is a bad contract, you might want to listen to him. I'm going to say this again for a fact. When the motherfucker who is paying your contract is telling you this is a bad contract, don't sign it, you might want to listen to him. That's all I'm saying. So many of the things that happened with Scottie Pippen, I mean, outside of him hurting his back, I mean, anyone could hurt your back. I've hurt my back. They hurt like a motherfucker. So much of the shit that you talk about, these are self-inflicted things. I say this again, these are self-inflicted things. How he's being viewed for when he got his surgery, the motherfucker admitted on camera. Then said, I wouldn't change anything. I would do it again. So he's doubling down on that shit. These are Scottie's words. This is not someone else from the outside looking in saying that about him. These are Scottie's words. Scottie quit on the bench. These are his actions. He did that. So it's like, I don't want to hear Horace trying to come to Scottie's defense in a week or two or a day or two from now. I don't want to hear Scottie talk about how he's been betrayed, because it was just the truth being put out there. That's just facts. That wasn't a matter of opinion, especially since Scottie's there in the documentary and he's indicting himself. So it's not a matter of opinion. These are just facts. And as far as to get back to Horace Grant was a key player in those 3 championships. And he has a right to defend himself if he wasn't the leak. Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He has a right to stand up, you know what I'm saying, defend yourself. This is a character issue. So he has the right to defend himself. But everything else he's saying is shit that was shown in the documentary. Yes, Michael Jordan was an asshole of a teammate. That's not news. First of all, people in the era knew that already. People who weren't of the era watched the documentary, and you have other teammates saying he was an asshole. He was a jerk. So how was that not being portrayed in the documentary? Clearly, them two feel some type of way about each other, and Michael Jordan has a much bigger voice than Horace. That's what that shit boils down to. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you feel. It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm out. Salute.